Hi Aquarius, welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your April 2022 love reading. Thank you to those of you who liked, viewed, shared, and subscribed to the channel. I appreciate all of that. And for those of you new to the channel, as far as what we have in front of us, it's what I call the bridging the gap spread. And the way it works is we'll get the past energies, present energies, and future energies between you and your main love interest. Once we get through all that, we'll actually pull some oracle cards for some additional insight. That's where the bridging the gap dynamic comes into play. So as the deck's being used, on the left side we have the Lover's Path Tarot, on the right side we have the Tarot Sexual Magic, and keep in mind it's a general reading, so I'm going to be referring to the card to the left is the energy, and the card to the right is the other person's. If you feel like it's the other way around in your situation, then definitely trust that. Alright, so for that way, we get started. Past energy on your side, we have Tradition. So this is the equivalent to the Hierophant in traditional tarot, which is actually Taurus energy. So it could just be saying that from the beginning, you might have felt like you could definitely see yourself with this person long term. For some of you, might have actually moved in together rather quickly within the connection as well. But for some reason, there might have been some restriction from you guys making it a bit more formal, as far as we see the names Romeo and Juliet on the card. So there could have been something about the connection that was forbidden. But yeah, I feel like overall, it's saying that you felt at home with this person, and the connection might have moved pretty quickly. Alright, past energy on their side, we have the Knave of Swords. So this is the equivalent to the Page of Swords. Could just be saying that they might have felt a bit intimidated around you at the time. Maybe you were very open, and maybe in your desire to move the connection a bit forward quickly, that might have thrown them for a loop in the beginning. But yeah, that's what I see with that. Alright, present energy on your side, we have Balance. So this is actually a Sagittarius energy here. So it could just be saying that in addition to the romance and the long-term potential you saw within the connection, I feel like this is saying that now you guys are actually even starting to feel like the connection's building on a friendship level as well. So you might feel that balance to where you feel like, okay, this is someone who I could definitely be in a love relationship with, but also feel like I have a good friendship with them as well. Could just be saying the passion and emotions are well balanced between the two of you as well, so no one, tends to overreact in any situations or things like that, but that's what I'm seeing with that. Alright, and present energy on their side, we have the World. So, could just be saying that they do view this as a long-term connection as well, so whereas, like I said in the past, it looks like they were the ones who were bit thrown off guard by your desire to move things forward. This could just be saying that now they're getting to that same point as well, to where they are growing in the connection and feel like, okay, yeah, this could definitely be something a bit more long term. Alright, and future position on your side, we have Wisdom, which is the equivalent to the High Priestess, and Seven of Cups, which is Scorpio energy. So, well, there is going to be a full moon eclipse in Scorpio in May, so for some of you this could point to that timeline. But seeing these two things here, this could be playing out a couple of different ways. For some of you, this could just be saying that you might actually shift your focus more to your career in the future, so you might not be able to give as much energy to the connection. So if we look at the artwork there, she's basically looking in the book, and the guy's right there present with her, with the sword representing communication, but her back is turned, right? So between that and the Seven of Cups could just be saying that you might have a lot of things going on career-wise that might pull your attention away from the connection for a bit. For others of you, this could just be saying as well, though, that if for some reason you start to second guess things, it might be best not to make assumptions. If you're like trying to intuitively pick up on how they're feeling around the situation, for example, it might be reminding you to tap back into that feeling like you're really comfortable with the person and actually communicate around what your concerns may be, because there could be some assumptions there and you might not be seeing the situation too clearly. Alright, future energy on their side, we have the Three of Wands, Aries energy, and the Eight of Wands, Sagittarius energy. So a lot of fiery, passionate energy coming from their side here in the future. But with the Three of Wands too, this could just be saying that if you do have to put more of your focus to your career for a while, for example, I feel like this is saying that they will be patient around that, because the Three of Wands energy usually represents that waiting for your shifts to come in, so it could just be saying that they'll be understanding if you just have to focus on other areas. And with the Eight of Wands, I feel like that's saying that there will be that openness that, okay, once you are clear of all those things that you might be working on, they'll be open to pick up where you guys left off in the connection. So overall, pretty positive spread so far. Let's see, bottom of the deck on your side, we have the Ten of Cups. So this is Pisces energy here, and definitely represents, just seeing the best, right? A cycle of completion, fulfillment, just being happy with the overall situation. So yeah, that's what I see with that. And bottom of the deck on their side, we have the Three of Pentacles. So this is actually Capricorn energy here, and usually it represents an energy of collaborating and building things as well. So interestingly enough, it could be one of those things where that you might even find that that's the balance that the two of you have, right? Given that I see some cup energy coming for you guys in the future, and then we see from them the sword energy, and now the pentacles. That could even be what you're saying as far as balancing each other out, right? Where maybe you get into the more dreamy aspect of a situation sometimes, and this person might be looking at things so much more grounded viewpoint, but at the same time, you guys are on the same page, So that's what I see with that. Okay, and moving on to your oracle cards. First, we'll see what we get from Anka Moonlight deck here. Now, what I'm going to be looking for here is unspoken messages from you to them and from them to you. And what I'll do is I'm going to be looking for jumpers initially, but if I shuffle for a while and anything coming up, I'll just put the deck down and we'll pull a card that way. But we'll see what we get. Nope, got one there. And next we'll see what we get from them to you. Almost had one there. Alright, so nothing's coming up, so what I'll do is I'll put the deck down and just give me a few seconds to tune in and we'll just pull a card. Okay, we'll take this one here. Let me move the deck out of the way. And let's see what we got on your side first. Okay, we have walls. Oh. Okay, it says, I feel like I can't get through to you. Please let me in. So yeah, I'm not really seeing how that resonates with the overall spread here, rather. For some of you, maybe in the beginning, because like I said, it looks in the past position, they might have been a bit thrown off as far as you being a bit more forward within the connection. And if anything, in the future, I would see that as being more of your energy. Although I suppose for some of you, I still feel like this would be a very small group of you. That could be what the wisdom is, right? Like all of a sudden you might start to feel like you're cut off from this person, and then you might try to feel it out rather than actually communicate with them that, hey, it feels like something's changed, right? You might just start to assume things, and that's where I was saying that you just want to be mindful of that with the Seven of Cups energy, that you might not be seeing the situation too clearly. So if you are starting to feel like they have a wall up toward you, definitely looks like communicating might be important there. Okay, and on their side, we have surprise. It says, big, happy changes are coming when you least expect it. So, interesting message there, because for some of you, maybe that's even what it is, right? They might have this plan in mind for you, but they might not communicate it to you. So, because they might be trying to hide something from you, right? But in a positive way, they might not be. So, they might be acting a little bit strange, put it that way, if they are trying to surprise you with something. Let's not take this to the extreme, but let's just say a super generic hypothetical situation. Like, let's say they're planning on proposing to you, right? And they have this date set in mind. So they might be trying to orchestrate things behind the scenes to get it together. And because of that, they might be acting a little weird because they can't give you all the details. Then you might start to freak out and assume the worst. Again, not at all saying everyone's of interest is going to propose to them this month. But that was just a generic, easy to explain example. So hopefully that resonated with you guys. All right. And lastly, we have the Wisdom of the Oracle. So we're going to pull one card from this deck and get some general advice to wrap up with. got one there. Fell in my lap, so it didn't go too far. All right. So let's see what we got. Okay, we have message in a bottle. There's the artwork, and the number is 15. So let's see what this has to say. Okay, it says communication, a sign, a Clayton, pointing the way to your highest good. The oracle's message. Spirit sends you signs when you ask for them, when you believe you will receive them, and when you allow yourself to become fluent in the language of symbols, oracles, and omens. They may come to you as a bird flying by, a logo on a truck, and a song on the radio. Expect confirmation that you're pointed in the right direction. Keep your ears open, for someone might say just the right thing that will give you the answer to your query. Today your message is this: Spirit hears you, and the reply is favorable. All right, and the relationship message says you can expect someone to favor you with positive news. This could be in the form of a letter, phone call, or email. You are the intended receiver of this message, so stay open to what you learn. Only good will come of it in the end. The signs are all there. So yeah, pretty positive message there. So yeah, like I said, even if it does seem like they might start to act a little bit weird in some kind of way, given that we do see the surprise energy that came up with their oracle card there, for the majority, I feel like it's definitely a more positive thing, especially given that we see the Three of Pentacles energy there, which, like I said, is about building. So hopefully that resonated with you guys. We'll wrap up there, and I'll see you all next month. All right, bye.